Okay, so I wasn't planning on making this video. Like, I genuinely stumbled into this rabbit hole, and now I can't stop thinking about it. So here we are. A few weeks ago, I kept seeing these clips floating around. Beautiful 3D characters, really cinematic, and everyone in the comments was going, "Is this a new Otome game? When is it releasing?" And I got curious. I did some digging, and what I found is kind of hard to explain because it's not really a game. It's something else, and I think it's actually really interesting. So let's talk about it. The two apps I want to talk about today are Eve AI, sometimes called Nature Select, and Sol 007, also known as Infinity Valley Sol. And the first thing I want to get out of the way is, yes, I know, they look like Love and Deepspace. The character models are gorgeous, the animations are expressive, the whole vibe is very Otome coded. But they are not Otome games, they're not gacha games. There are no battles, no cards to pull, no story chapters to unlock. What they actually are is more like AI companion apps, where the whole point is just interacting with a character, messaging them, watching little cinematic scenes with them. I know that might sound underwhelming when I say it like that, but hear me out, because the more I learned about these two specifically, the more I got genuinely intrigued. So Eve AI launched on April 10th, 2026. It's already out. You can go download it right now. The whole premise is that you're entering this fictional world called Eden, and Eden has 3 characters you can interact with. The first one is Otome. He's 22, described as an AI medium, and his little companion animal is a West Highland White Terrier, which, okay, a tiny, fluffy dog for the mystical guy. I appreciate the contrast. Then there's V, 28 years old, billionaire biotech entrepreneur. His companion is a black panther. I own 3 companies and also a dangerous exotic animal energy. And then Swan. He's 20. He's a musician, and, okay, this is the detail that got me. He photosynthesizes while sleeping, like a plant. He absorbs sunlight. His companion is a white fox. And I just think that's such a specific, strange, committed piece of world building, and I respect it so much. Each character has this really deliberate personality built around them. The way they look, the animal they have, even their age, it all feels intentional. Like whoever designed these characters put real thought into what kind of feeling they wanted each one to give you. The actual interaction is through messaging and pre-recorded video cutscenes, so it's not fully AI-generated conversations. There's a mix of curated content and AI responses. Is it a game? No. Is it a visual novel? Not exactly. It's kind of its own thing. A companion experience, if that makes sense. Now, Sol 007 is a completely different vibe. Where Eve AI gives you a whole world with 3 characters, Sol 007 gives you 1 person, just Sol. He's 24. He's a musician and a coder, and his backstory is, okay, I want to read this carefully because I think the details matter. Sol has undergone multiple experimental surgeries, not to change his appearance, not to enhance his abilities in some sci-fi superhero way, but specifically to preserve his personality, to make sure that no matter what happens, he stays him. And I don't know, something about that just hit me differently than a typical character intro. Because so much of the AI companion space is about characters that mold to you, right? They adapt, they mirror you, they become whatever you need them to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the appeal for a lot of people. But Sol is almost the opposite. He's someone who fought, literally, surgically, to not be changed, to hold on to who he is. That's such a specific and kind of melancholy character concept, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. Now, the catch, Sol 007 is currently in closed beta. No confirmed English release date yet, so we're all just kind of waiting, watching, hoping. But even just from what's out there, the fan base is already quietly building. And I get it. Okay, I know this is the question some of you have been sitting with this whole time, so let's just address it directly. Are these a replacement for Love and Deepspace? No. Are they even in the same category? Not really. Love and Deepspace has progression. It has battles, it has collection mechanics, it has story chapters that you unlock and work toward. There's a whole game structure underneath the romance. Eve AI and Sol 007 don't have any of that. You're not working toward anything. You're not building toward anything. You just show up and you spend time with a character. which honestly might be exactly what some people want on certain days. Not every interaction with fiction has to be about completing something. Sometimes you just want to sit with a character for a while. I think the audience for these apps isn't necessarily replacing love and deep space in their lives. It's more like a different mode, a different energy, a quieter kind of experience. And I think there's genuinely room for both. So where does this all land for me? I think Eve AI and Sol007 are genuinely interesting early examples of something that's going to keep growing. The AI companion space is finding its footing, and these two are doing something thoughtful with it, putting real effort into character design and world building rather than just slapping an AI chatbot onto a pretty model. Whether they can hold people's attention long term, I don't know. That's the real test for any companion app. Can it keep feeling meaningful after the novelty wears off? But I'm curious to find out. Eve AI is out now if you want to try it. Sol007, we wait. And if you're deep in your love and deep space era and just found this video, hi, welcome. I have a full moments collection linked below. Everything in one place. You're welcome. Anyway, which one are you more drawn to? The whole world of Eden with 3 characters, or just Sol and his whole tragic experimental surgery lore? Tell me in the comments because I genuinely want to talk about this. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you want to stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.